Yo, what's cracking YouTube? It's your boy Professor Crypto. Got another hot crypto class for you guys today. This one's on fire. You guys already know. Anything we bring on the channel, it's got that heat, got that potential, and it definitely should be watched. This one is no different, guys, so without further ado, let's jump right into it. Class is now in session. This one is called AAX. Guys, AAX stands for Atom Asset Exchange. They're a digital asset exchange developed in collaboration with London Stock Exchange's group LSEG technology. They are the first cryptocurrency and digital asset exchange to be powered by LSEG's technology, Millennium exchange matching engine, and the first exchange to join London Stock Exchange's group partner platform. Today, guys, I want to show you a very special video interviewing Mr. Peter Lin about AAX and why I think it's beneficial for you guys to be on this exchange. Stay tuned for this video.
Forecast News is your gateway to all things blockchain. We do the deep dive and the due diligence on the blockchain projects and platforms that matter, because we aim to be the most reliable source of intellectual discourse and insight that inform, educate, and bridge the gap between the blockchain industry and the mainstream. Thank you so much for joining us, Peter Lin, CEO of AAX. This is a very crowded space. You are a digital asset exchange and the first in the world to be differentiated by what?
So AAX is going to be the first digital asset exchange powered by London Stock Exchange. So London Stock Exchange is, now besides operating the London Stock Exchange market in the world, they're also being one of the top technology providers to the global financial markets, including Hong Kong Stock Exchange and the Singapore exchanges. So there will be the same technology like running in the AAX that is running on those like traditional, established and proven financial markets.
How did that partnership come about?
So well, we are in our teams, so we have like members who have previously worked with them closely. So when we started AAX in the beginning, we were looking to build like world-class financial exchanges for the market demands that we believe is going to be like a triple or even like a multiple folds of the existing demand today. So we are looking at the top technology globally, and this is where we start the first contact.
Well, I've had conversations with you before this when Bitcoin was at its lowest level after dropping from near 20,000 levels. And really the sentiment in the industry, the sentiment about cryptocurrency was very, very low. And now, a couple of months later, here we are. We're at the Blockchain Summit here at Mobile World Congress. People are clamoring to know more about it. Facebook just announced their Libra project. Tell me about the climate now as you head towards launching your digital asset exchange.
Actually, everyone is very excited. So when we started in the 2018, that time there was downturn in the market. So for that time, because we joined the games and also we are looking at the long term. At that time, we believe there was like a bubble in the market, and the bubble burst actually is a good timing for the companies like us to invest to build a good foundations of technology and operation-wise. So now since we are going to launch the platform very soon in the Q4 of this year, and we are actually very happy to see the pricing of the Bitcoin climbs up again, and everyone is going to super interested and excited about this new technology.
When Facebook announced the Libra project, what was your impression? What do you think the impact will be?
I would say we were actually expecting the big institutions or corporations like Facebook to join, and I believe they would come, definitely would come. So when we saw the news, we were very excited. And we believe this Facebook is definitely going to be the last big names are going to join this game. There will be definitely more and more to come to invest and participate.
So that's a very bullish outlook from the blockchain community and the crypto community side. On the other end, you have the regulators, some who are more embracing of this technology, but other lawmakers who are saying, let's put a moratorium on the discussion. They're very suspicious of it. How do you think the role of the regulator is going to affect how you as a digital asset exchange is going to be able to function, how Facebook is going to be able to function with its Libra project, and so many others in the community?
I believe for the cryptocurrency or blockchain industry to continue to grow, it's very important to work with the regulators. It's not going to be fall into the previous existing way how things is going to be regulated. It will be a new way, and the regulators and the startup and the participants of blockchain needs to work closely to discuss how to have take the benefits of this new technology, but also mitigate those areas of problems occurred because of this new convenient technology.
How often are you talking with regulators?
So we are talking to have frequent discussions with regulators globally. So Hong Kong and also regulators in Europe as well.
What are those conversations like for you?
So first of all, there are countries having already released the certain license for crypto exchanges, and so even in Hong Kong, the SFC has approved Type 1 license holder to broker dealing the security-backed tokens. So we are having frequent discussions regarding having our existing business license and also the future and the potential business opportunities.
So it's the regulators. Do these conversations, are they helped by the fact that you are partnering with London Stock Exchange and have that institutional grade foundation to be able to present to regulators that we have these type of institutional grade standards that we're applying?
Yeah, so definitely. So because this is such a new industry, everyone is learning, including the regulators. So definitely they want to have the information and opinions from the established players like London Stock Exchange, hear about their voices and incorporate their suggestions into the way how they want to have this market or the industry regulated.
KYC, know your customer, extremely important. AML, anti-money laundering policies are in place. These have been the two things that regulators have universally pointed to as being a problem or an issue in the industry, especially for digital asset exchanges or cryptocurrency exchanges. How are you mitigating that?
So right now we are taking KYC and AML very seriously. So we built the exchange with that this in mind from day one, and we are working with the existing service providers who have been providing KYC and AML services for other traditional financial markets, and we are discussing very closely how to incorporate what they have, and also bring the changes for this new type of asset classes, so that we can have the customized solutions for AML and KYC for blockchain exchanges.
So that's reassuring for the regulators. For the customer end, how am I going to engage with AAX? Why should I pick AAX over the 200 cryptocurrency exchanges that exist globally to date? I just read about Binance getting hacked. I just read about Bitfinex getting hacked. All of these phishing attempts, successful hacks of exchanges. How are you at AAX addressing those concerns? Why should I trust AAX over any of these exchanges?
Yeah, so this is a very good question. Actually, as a retail customers, yes, you should be very careful when it comes to choice of exchanges, because this is the asset, and then in a digital form, once it's stolen, it is gone forever. So it's very important to find established mature platforms and with mature technology, security solutions, and also stability as well, which is also very important. So for us, we are working closely with the London Stock Exchange to build institutional grade platforms, which can both serving the big institutions like investment banks, and also serving the individual retail customers like you and me actually.
Do you have to be an accredited investor to be able to participate on AAX?
No, for you, there's no entry barrier, so anyone can participate.
So I can participate along with institutional investors. So that means the liquidity pool is going to be quite high.
Yeah.
Who are some of the institutional investors that are interested in using AAX right now, that are interested?
We have had like several active discussions with we call institutions, including hedge fund, crypto funds, and some trading individuals.
And so they're more comfortable with the LSE platform, and so they come to the market with their liquidity pools, and so you're really creating a healthier market by giving people access to the market. How are you going to protect them along with us against phishing, for example, cyber hacks, things like that? How are you thinking about cybersecurity?
Mm-hmm. So we also build our platforms from day one with the security. It's not like something that we build like a platform first and pass into someone to make it secure. Security is something that you have to like build into your architecture design, in your implementations. So, and also from day one we have been working with Crow, which is one of the biggest security vendors to big institutions like banks and even some governments. So we have them like working us closely to when we do the architecture design of the platforms, and also after the platform is being like built, we also invite the external like security vendors to come and do the testing and the penetration test, trying to find the loopholes.
So I'm going to be responsible for a lot of my own security, that's for sure. Are there measures in place at AAX that also protect me at a level that maybe somebody else might not be able to?
So, for example, like we have this security mechanisms that we have 2FA enabled. So you have to have your credentials as well as like a registered device in order to access your bank account. And we have these smart algorithms that if we detect, like, for example, the account is located from like a different locations, then we have like extra security mechanisms to verify that this operation is authenticated.
There's also a thought right now in South Korea. There's a new law, for example, and I don't know what you think about it, that if there is a hacking event, that the exchange itself is responsible and liable for the loss. And so do you think that that is a good measure for the market? Do you think that this is reasonable? Is this something that you'd be comfortable with?
Yeah, so security is actually, it's never an ending game. There's no absolutely secure. So it's always like a catch-on games between the security teams and also the hackers. So for us, besides those like security mechanisms that we build into the platforms, we're also setting up like security insurance funds. So in case there's like security breaches, so we will make sure that our investors, our customers will be compensated.
Another thing about the exchanges is really the power that you have to provide a platform of liquidity for tokens. What are the mechanisms that you have in place to determine which tokens get listed on AAX and which don't? I mean, what are the parameters and the protocols that you go through?
So our exchanges, besides the technology part, actually our operation code of act is integrated because we want to create a fair, trusty, and transparent platforms. So because we believe this is essential for the whole industry to continue to grow. So when it comes to the token selections, we are actually having a process that we are to make sure that the tokens listed in our platforms is consistent with our philosophy and code of act, which is the trust.
What if one gets on and it becomes a toxic token? Are there parameters or protocols in place in which you would remove it? Is this arbitrary?
So internally we have, this is not like a decision would be made by a single one. We have internal committees which consist of key stakeholders of the exchanges. And we have like a process to govern and manage all those decisions regarding listing and the delisting is being made.
Ultimately, what is your ambition? What do you hope for the market itself? Why do you believe that there is a need for this type of exchange to exist for cryptocurrencies, period?
We have a huge confidence in the blockchain because we believe the market is going to be, as I said earlier, it's going to be multiple times of what is the size of the market today. So that's why really our ambitious is going to create exchanges is not only for today's demand but actually for tomorrow's demand. This is why we invest so much in the fundamentals, looking for the best technology and setting up the best security and also operation mechanisms. Our ambitions is really to create a trusted platforms which have the security, performance, and integrity piece, so that everyone trusts our platform, and the investors and the other participants of the blockchain wouldn't worry at something. Wouldn't need to worry those things. They can focus on their new creative ideas, and I believe a fair market is going to be very critical for the whole industry to continue grow.
A fair market for cryptocurrencies, at the end of the day, we're going to hold it in our hands. Peter, if I were to ask you to look into your crystal ball as a blockchain leader, as a blockchain participant, where do you think in 5 years we're going to be using these cryptocurrencies, and how will we be using it in real life?
Well, with the Libra projects released by Facebook, I can say the changes are already happening. So I believe actually it would be happen sooner than 5 years. People, the public majority will accept that the digital asset is just one of the asset type in their portfolios, and I can anticipate new applications, startup can be built on top of this a blockchain layer, and a new business model, new business opportunities would be created. So in the future, people wouldn't have a second thought about whether blockchain is okay or not. They would just take it as granted, like how you get a car with an Uber. People wouldn't feel strange about it.
Look, we've seen it happen right before our eyes in the past 5 to 10 years here in China. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's an entire financial ecosystem that exists that is all based on your cell phone, on WeChat, online, and it really is an incredible application of technology from AI to digital. Where's blockchain going to take all of us, you think?
So blockchain is really kind of fundamental element. Yeah. So where it brings the new concept, new ways how finance could be done, how people could collaborate and associate with each other. And on top of this foundations, we can have really people can be really imaginative and creative. One of the examples I can give is, for example, the technology of mobile phone and GPS created a business model like Uber become viable.
Yes.
And so this is really we know the change is going to come, but in which exactly way, it's really difficult to predict.
Well, thanks for having this conversation with us, and this is just the beginning. You and I both see it.
Yeah, I'm super excited. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Peter, it's great to talk to you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
In conversation with Peter Lin.
Shout out to all my students, guys. I love you. Shout out to the Crypto Class Gang. Shout out to the Lambo Gang. Shout out to the Whale Gang. Shout out to the Huddle Gang. Thank you for always your continued support, guys. I really appreciate it. If you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to smash that like button for me and drop a comment in the comment section below. Please remember, guys, we are an impartial channel, so whether your opinion is negative or positive, we'd be more than happy to hear it. That being said, guys, class is now dismissed. We'll see you in our next video. Professor Crypto out.